Yo guys, what's good? My name is Callum Dolby and welcome back to another video. This is 3 in 3 days now, I think. I'm going a bit crazy with it because of all the games that are coming up. I think we're Saturday, Tuesday for a while, so you're going to be seeing a lot more of me. I think I'll probably going to try and do at least 2 or 3 videos a week, obviously around the games. I might not be able to go to every single game with work and stuff like that, but I'm going to be going this Saturday. This is the Posh preview for Barnsley at home in the FA Cup. I'm really excited about this game. I love the FA Cup, and that carrot of getting to the third round is really, really meaningful. I mean, if we get that and can get something crazy like Man United away or Liverpool away, we're in for a huge payday. And especially if it's someone like Man United, because you've got the whole Fergie history. I know he's not our manager anymore, but the media probably won't even know that, and they'll probably just put it on TV anyway, just because of we had Fergie as a manager at one point. So that could be really big money for us. But not like looking past Barnsley. They're a good team. I've just been looking at their form. They haven't lost in the league since the 25th of October. I know they got battered in the Virtue Trophy, but I think it's one of them where they don't really take it too seriously. I've not really seen them go too far in the competition in previous years, so I think it's one of them where they kind of just rotate. They probably just kind of lucked their way through the group, and then as have been absolutely battered by Port Vale. So yeah, it's one of them. You can't really take them results too seriously, but for a club like Posh, you can, because our chairman especially loves the competition, and he really wants us to win it every year, so it's a shame that we got knocked out. But that's in the past now. We can focus on the FA Cup, we can focus on the league, so let's push forward, and hopefully we can really do a big reset, because we've lost 3 games in a row, and we need to just kind of get back to the ways how it was when Williams first took over, and really start putting the effort in. I listened to Dara's podcast earlier. He released one today, the 4th of December. He released one this morning, and he was basically saying that the players just aren't really proving their worth, and I think he's completely correct. He's brought in really experienced players like Tom O'Connor. He got Kyoso on loan. Tom Lees. All these players wouldn't be on pennies. I know Tom Lees' contract, we don't really know the situation, but I think that's more about length rather than how much he's getting paid, because I reckon he's on quite a decent wage. We've brought really experienced players into the building, and they need to start showing their worth. I think he said that he brought these players in to get us out of this rut that we were in, obviously last season as well, and it just hasn't really happened. And he's putting his money where his mouth is, to be fair to him. But the players need to start performing now, which is what I said on my last video. We've got a good manager. I do believe Williams is a great manager. I'm just really questioning the players. Some of them not really their ability, but more their mentality of, like, when it gets really down and dirty, do they have the bottle to fight and to drag us through these games? Players like Archie Collins, players like Tom O'Connor, these sorts of players, do they really have it to be like, no, we're going to save this club and try and build from here? It's fine winning 4 games in a row when the manager first comes in, but it's when that sort of, I guess, level of adrenaline and stuff like that kind of wears down a bit. That's where you're really tested as a player, and I feel like some of these players are really failing. He also said in his pod that he was reading about, like, people saying, oh, you need to buy and buy and buy and whatever in January, and he's like, he's not going to be doing that. And he needs to. Let's be real. Like, he said he needs to get rid of players, yes, but he also needs to bring in a few players. I think there's so many players. I think he said he had like 35-man squad or something like that, which is mental. I think a lot of them need to be moved on. I think we need to cash our chips in and just get rid of him. I don't think Lindgren's good enough. Odo's definitely not good enough. And we've got a few players on the bench like De Havilland. We've got Chris Clark out on loan. All these players that are just not good enough and are never going to make it for us. They just need to get off the wage bill. Even if we don't get much money for them, I know Clark will probably go for probably similar to what we bought him. We might make a little bit of a profit just because of how football's going. But if we could just get him off the wage bill and then have a reset and get ourselves comfortably back under that sort of salary cap and then go again, I think that would be really positive. But anyway, into the game. I'm going to give you a player to watch for Barnsley. I'm going to give you my predicted lineup, the first goal scorer, and what I think the score is going to be at the end of the day. So I'm going to go straight in with Barnsley's player to watch. I'm a bit of a stat merchant, I guess. I've just looked on FotMob and looked for their top scorer. So it's this guy, Keylor Dunn. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's got 8 goals in 15 games. And as Aluko would say, you do the maths, that's basically a goal a game, right? So, yeah, he's got a goal every other game, and 8 goals is more than Leonard, Jimmy J, and I think Garbett combined. It's probably more than our whole front four combined at this point for the season. So he's doing quite well. He's got 1 assist as well, so nearly 10 goal contributions in 15 games is really good going, especially with like a 1 up top formation I think they play. So yeah, he's doing really well. Definitely be on the lookout for him, especially with how our defence has been recently. It's been very shaky. I mean, we started off really well under the new manager, but since then we haven't looked very solid at the back at all. So if he can get in behind like Tom Lees, who's quite slow, then I really think we're in for a bit of trouble. But hopefully Bass can be our saviour this game and keep him out. So my predicted lineup's going to be on the screen now. I'm going to go with a 4-2-3-1. We're going to stick with it for this week. If it doesn't work, then I want to try a 4-4-2, like I'm the manager. But no, I think we should try a 2 up top formation if it doesn't work. I would try it for this cup game. And then if we lose again, I think we should go for a 2 up top, because I think Leonard is getting really isolated. So Bass in goal, Kyoso right back, 2 centre backs, O'Connor and Lees. Although I think Akagbe didn't do himself any harm in getting a start. I think he was probably one of our better players against Swindon in the cup, so I think he's definitely in with a shout. It depends on like Tom Lees' fitness and stuff, so I think I wouldn't be sad to see him in the lineup whatsoever. You'd have Harley Mills and then Woods and Collins in the base. You know, in that sort of defensive midfield role, like roaming. I guess Woods is more of a roaming midfielder, but yeah, Collins in that sort of 6. And then the 3 midfielders, or like attacking midfielders, wide players, I'd go with Frith on the left, and try and get him to 90 minutes if he can do it. I know he had 60, which was good against Swindon, but I'd really try and push to get him that 90, or even just get him to like 80, 85, and then he can be subbed off. I'd go with Garbett in the 10. I'll try him once more in the 10, because I think he had some neat little intricate plays on Tuesday, but he just didn't quite get it. I think it was a bit too sort of rough and ready for him that game. But I feel like with the way that Barnsley will be, like their confidence will be high, they might give us a bit more room to play, and I think that'll really suit Garbett. And then on the right, I'm going to have Kyril Lisby. He showed more in 10 minutes than Odo has this whole season. Like he's ready to go. He's passionate. He really, really tries. He tracks back, and he actually takes his man on, which is what I want to see from my wingers. And please, I'm begging you, if anyone's listening, do not start Abraham Odo. He's so bad, and it's not just like me saying this online, podcast saying it online, whatever. But it's going to get to a point where the fans are going to start to turn on him and get quite nasty. My criticism is always going to be football based, and I think he's a terrible footballer for League One level. I'd put him probably National League. You know, get him at sports or something, I don't know. But I think it will get to a point, if he keeps putting in really bad performances, I don't think I've seen him have a good game this season, that the fans will start to turn him. I think it will really affect him. So I think the best thing that Williams can do right now is to take him out of the team for his own sake, really. And in a pure footballing way, I don't get why he's being picked. Like, he honestly must look like Messi in training, because both managers have fancied him. It's not just Williams. Fergie played him like every game he could as well. And then up top, I'm going to go with Harry Leonard. I think we need to keep persisting with him. I was chatting to someone at the gym the other day, and he said that if we don't play Jimmy J Morgan, or if we play him in the 10, he might get recalled by Chelsea, because that he's not playing in his natural position. Obviously, they want him to progress and learn the game as a striker, because that's what they're developing in their youth academy. I guess you could say, like, as long as he's playing, it don't matter, but he hasn't been starting. So I think that is actually a possibility, and it's a bit of food for thought. I think if he continues to not play, or only gets 10 minutes here and there is a real possibility that he can get recalled. And I don't want that to happen, because he's a great finisher. And to be fair, he's quite a good 10 as well. Like, he's good at sort of getting the ball, doing a couple of neat little flicks and skills and stuff like that, and getting a couple of assists as well. He's not selfish. So yeah, that would be my team. I'd have Leonard up top. My first goal scorer, I'm going to go with... who should I go with for first goal scorer? I think it'll be a Harley Mills free kick, and that's pretty rogue, but I think like 20, 25 yards out, he'll get a free kick. He won't let Ben Woods take it. Let's just get that out of the way. He's not going to let Ben Woods take it, and he's going to curl it into the top corner. So yeah, Harley Mills, first goal scorer, and I'm going to go with. What should I do for my... I'm going to say 3-1 Posh. I'm going to be positive. I think we're going to win, and I think we're going to get our season back on track. I think even if we get a couple of draws here and there, I'm pretty sure the FA Cup goes to extra time now. I'm not sure if there's a replay in the second round. You guys will have to let me know in the comments down below. Or is it just they scrapped it for the qualifying rounds? I can't remember, but it's one of the two. So yeah, even if we like win this game, get a couple of draws in the league, we just need to be more positive. We need to be defensively solid, and we need to just start scoring goals. You know, it's really easy to say, football, stop conceding scoring, but we need to start scoring goals. We need to see more attack and play, and I think having Lisby in that team will really help us, because he is so good. I really rate him. He's still quite raw, like he kind of runs in a bit of a weird way, and he's quite like unorthodox, but I think that works in his favour. Like he's got pace, he's got good dribbling, he's got skills, and I really think if we put him and Frith on the wings, we've got a real threat, because even on Tuesday when Frith didn't have his best game, he's got that sort of get up and go. Like he gets you excited, like, oh, Frith's on the ball, he might do a little, you know, he might do a little shimmy and get past his man, whereas Odo, again, he gets the ball and you just like, okay, we've lost it, basically. So yeah, guys, that is the Posh preview for Barnsley at home in the FA Cup. Get in the comments down below and let me know your prediction for Saturday and your first goal scorer. I'll be eager to know. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already with that bell on. It really helps the channel. I'm trying to push to 400 subscribers, so any help to that would be absolutely amazing. And yeah, I'll see you on Saturday night for a new video. I'm going to go and record some stuff for the game and get it uploaded before I go out Saturday night. So yeah, hope you all have a great day, and cheers.